I started 12 years ago to teach Romanian. I speak 5 other languages. I started as an humble instructor for Berlitz. So then from Berlitz, I got into the diplomatic language service, ICA languages, and here I am at PGLS. I feel like I'm an ambassador because the language is not a dead study. So, it's like in naturalism, linguistic science, they say language is a part of our life, our culture, our, let's say, articulation base. And yeah, that it's one. And another thing, it's I enjoy sharing uh, a language, and high satisfaction is to see the students starting from zero and being able to communicate in the target language. At the beginning, they are shy. At the beginning, maybe they are uh, even embarrassed because they are thinking, oh, if I say something wrong, if they laugh at me or stuff like that. So in that case, I put we have short video clips, audio files, and I do role play. I do dialogues. I say, hey, you are Mr. Jones. I'm Mr. Romanian. So that we meet somewhere in the hotel, and then every step we I I I have like writing a screenplay, like I was a movie maker, So then I say, let's go there. So then, what do you say if you see me? We don't speak English. We know English. Just and say, then starting with the, um, you know, in Romanian, bună ziua is like buenos dias. Starting good day, ce mai faci, how are you, and stuff like that. And portion by portion, the words there, the vocabulary is increasing. The introductory sentences and phrases, and and repetition, and I have always I put in my classes. I would say I don't care, but always I want they have fun. Always I respect the recreational moments. So let the student talk more. Don't talk. I mean, don't be the only one uh, who is speaking. That it's very important. Let the student repeat. Because the student has kids, has problems on, has stress with the army, with many things. Is going to be deployed. So then the 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 lesson, I mean the classes, don't need to be stressful. And when you talk to them, and then you do a lot of speaking activities, listening, and like I say, they could correct themselves. There are possibilities. I say, hey, I have this, let's say, this audio file. Listen, how do they speak? Then repeat, and record yourself. So it's very important to let them and give them confidence. That it's give them confidence, and don't let them think, or give them to say, oh my God, now I have some hours of terror. Overall experience is fantastic. So, and I know my boss. I love my boss. So, and I know the person, the manager, Gabrielle. I know her since she was working with the previous company, and I've been there. So then always she gives me a lot of freedom to do what uh, uh, we see fit. I never feel like I'm, let's say, micromanaged. It's a human, let's say, corporation. And I met several employees. I went, I visited the office. I was there when it was the grand opening and stuff. But I'll say the managers and the people there, they are wonderful. They are very correct, very fair, and then the fact they pay more than other agencies, being in competition on the market, it's a gain. So then I would have nothing to criticize and or to say I feel like I feel like I was in a family. That is the feeling talking about PGLS.